Hello, everybody. Hey guys. Sorry. I know it was such a strange title. I didn't know what to name it. So it is two almost 2:30 a.m. here in Tokyo, and I know I look like a mess, but yeah, I just finished work. Can you believe it? I just actually I'm not finished at all. Hey Jennifer, good morning. Good morning. A1, konnichiwa, konnichiwa. So A1, Diana, hi. Oh my God, Rose. Wow. Okay, I had no idea that so many people were gonna be on. Hey Bree, Maha, good to see you. Oh my God. Okay, so Alicia, Bonita, Francis, Lori, hey. Hello guys. Hi friends. Oh God. I just needed to talk to someone tonight. Um, oh gosh. I wasn't sure if I should. たまいちこさん、こんにちは。うん、まあ、大丈夫ですね。多分大丈夫だと思います。I just needed someone to talk to. I finished today's work, the things I had to do today, and I decided to take a shower before I went to bed. And for some reason, it's just like too many things going on in my head, and I just couldn't sleep. I don't think I can go to sleep because I'm so buzzed with anxiety right now. I had such a long day today, and gosh, I mean, oh gosh, um, and it's really hard because you guys know about this Singaporean project, right? So I am excited about it. I'm very happy for the opportunity, and I really wasn't sure if I should do vent online because I know I shouldn't. I should feel lucky and I should feel fortunate for this opportunity, but it is so hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and we haven't even gotten started. Uh, and I know at the end of the 3 months working with them, a little over 4 months, I know I would be better. I know I would be better at my job. I know I have grown and uh, all that. But everything I'm doing is like so new to me. And this is just a preparation part. And gosh, I'm not even halfway there yet. And, so yeah, it's just, yeah, today was hard. And I know I'll get through this. I hope I do. I know I will do. If you guys follow me on social media, you see me, you know, going out with a lot of people, like going to parties and meeting people and all that. And one of the reasons why, well, there are two reasons why you see me. It looks like I'm partying all the time, but it's actually, two reasons. One reason is that back in, you guys know that I had, like stomach pains and I was dealing with a lot of anxiety. I had panic attacks. I mean, this year was kind of bad for me, in terms of health. And I just didn't know why. Now looking back, I see why. It's because I was working and all I did was work, and I didn't really uh, let myself recover mentally. And so I decided to go to San Francisco despite all the work I had. I knew that if I didn't go to San Francisco for 2 weeks and take that time off, despite all the work I had, I knew that I might like just die or something. I mean, that's how I felt. So I knew I needed that, so I did, and that was great. And while I was in San Francisco, I had a lot of time to think, and I realized that I really needed to take care of myself, and so I started doing that. And one of the ways, one of the things I started doing was to start meeting up with my friends again, and so that's one thing. And then I also realized that I needed to branch out and meet new people, meet people that I wanted to meet. And so I met up with my blogger friends that were visiting from LA and Singapore, and and then I reconnected with some friends from my past, and so I attended parties and all that. It was really really good. And then once I started doing that, I opportunities started coming. So it's really strange, you know. Once like my mind switched and I sort of started focusing on myself, opportunities started coming my way, and so they came, and I was surprised and excited, and I decided, you know, I wanted to challenge myself and do something, because you know I'm already no longer young, and personally, I think I have 8 more good years, and so I thought, okay, take these jobs that are coming to me, and I asked myself if I knew that this job that I'm, you know, preparing for right now, um, uh, requires me to do all these things that are new to me. Um, would I have taken the job? And I thought about it tonight, and I think the answer would be yes. Yeah, because I know that these are things that I'm out of my comfort zone and out of my experience, but I know that in the end, I would have learned something new. So that's why I took it. But I figure since I can't really talk about my job on other platforms, I thought I'd talk about it with you guys. Would that be okay? I hope it's not boring. I just feel like I need to vent about this because I can't really talk about it. I don't want to complain about it. And I just I just need to talk about it. I really do. Because yeah, I feel like I'm just holding it all in. It's not good. Oh, and Justin is so sweet because you know he was in the bedroom with Satoshi. He's sleeping, and when I come out in the living room, I guess he senses my anxiety, so he actually comes into the living room, and like right now he's lying right next to me. So he's very sweet. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to apologize that I have to vent, and please don't think that I am unappreciative of this opportunity because I am very grateful for it. Um, anyway, yeah, this past week I've been running around like crazy, because I need to interview people, um, talk to people. You know, a lot of the topics are like, for example, I go to a park, and then I have to interview 2 people that from different age ranges, and for some reason, they want me to look for people who speak English, which is really difficult here, and they want locals, so locals who speak English in Japan is like one of the hardest things. So I actually had to look for people who were local who spoke English, and to help me out. So that's one of the challenges. I could use Japanese people, but if I did, I would have to translate at the same time. And the videos I'm making, they're sort of like a live stream, but not really, because it's pre-filmed. It's shot. It's going to be shot before it gets streamed, and but it has to be filmed with no editing and no cuts in one go. So it does have to be rehearsed. And so it's quite difficult to do. I can do live streams no problem if I can say whatever I want to say, but each video has to be between 7 and 12 minutes. And thank you, A1. Thanks. You're so sweet. I wish you were here. I wish a lot of you guys were here to help me out with this one. And so that's one of the challenges. And then the second one is that there are 38 videos. And number 3, the deadlines are crazy. Thank you, Anna Torres. Thank you so much for the super chat. Anna says, you should look up DBT stress as something we shouldn't ignore. Take a moment, let yourself feel whatever you're feeling, it will get better. Thank you. That is something that I've learned this year, actually, earlier this year, because I think I've always been the type of person to keep things in. Yeah, always keep things in. And um, I think that's my Japanese upbringing. I think we're taught as men we shouldn't express our feelings. I didn't think I was that way, but because I'm pretty open, but I do notice that like things like venting or talking about how stressed out or something like that, I always put up this strong exterior that everything's okay, and it all kind of affects me later on. So that's something I learned this year. Yeah, I realized that it's okay to show your weakness. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, it's life's learning experience, I guess. Uh, and then the other difficulty that I'm having is because I'm working for a media corporation, a media company, they require me to get release forms from companies to actually film at the location. So I need their signature. I have to contact them first, like officially. And I've never done this before. And my Japanese is not good enough to do that. And so I didn't know how to go about it. And so I actually met up with a couple of people this week who worked with television. I asked around, and I'm pretty resourceful, so I use my resources, and I like someone introduced me to this big shot lady who's a producer, and I was so nervous. I was so nervous going to meet her because I'm like, I have nothing to give this person, and she's only seeing me because, you know, her friend uh, introduced me to her, and so I was going to meet her, and I did. And I was so nervous. I bought a gift. I tried to be as professional as possible. Um, try to uh, remember all the questions I had for her, and she did give me a lot of good advice. Uh, you know, but in the end, it's something that I have to do. I wish I could hire someone to do this part for me, but she actually said that this is something that's like a full-time job. But the part where I actually hunt for locations and ask for permission, she said that in itself is a full-time job. But so basically, I'm doing the job of like five people, five people, in such a short time span. I actually have to start filming next week for this project, and I haven't even approached the location yet. And then, so, you know, and I think one problem was that the company was kind of late in sending us the information, and it's just not enough time. So, the day I went to Hiroshima, I'm sure you guys saw the Hiroshima videos, and one of the reasons why, um, we couldn't make any additional Hiroshima videos while we were there. Well, number one is thanks, Brian. Well, one is that I was also working on stuff I had to do for the single parent project. I had to film my intro video, and the intro video consisted of 4 pages, half of them scripted, so I had to learn word for word, and nothing could be uh, taken out. And like even words like the or I had to say every single one, and then I had to say certain lines in my own wording, and I had to mix that up together, and I had to do it in like 3 different locations, and then I had to do like something else in like 3 other locations. So basically I had to be wearing the same outfit throughout the whole thing. So so I started filming the day we went to Hiroshima, so we left like 2 hours early so I could be at Tokyo Station at like 7 a.m. And I filmed there, and I couldn't get enough. I did 1 page worth. I thought, well, it's okay, I'll go to Hiroshima, finish it up after we finished that video for our sponsor. And so we did that. And then so the next day after we filmed for our sponsor, we had another day there. I thought I could, do it in the morning. I couldn't get it done. Because number one, it was cold, the weather changed. And I only had this, like something like this. Because in Tokyo it was warm. I didn't think about the weather change. And so now I had no choice but to film outside in the cold, the wintry cold, in something like this. So basically, what we did was I had Satoshi hold my bag and my coat while I did it. I would film as much as I could before I started shivering and my voice started shaking, and then I had to put my coat back on, go into a convenience store, warm up with a cup of hot tea until I got warm enough, and then I go out again and try to do the intro again. So, so that was going on in Hiroshima, and I finally got done with that. I think the day we were leaving, going on the Shinkansen, coming back home. And then on the way going and coming back, I had to work on these right here. All of this, I had to work on this. It was 4 hours on the Shinkansen train, but that wasn't enough time. And so these are all my briefs that I have to fill in, and each one is like 5 pages. And basically, yeah, I finished this on that night when I was up until 5 a.m. Yeah, I came home from Hiroshima, I was up until 5 a.m. and I did that. And towards the end, I didn't know what I was writing, so I actually had to redo some of them the next day. And then I just finished this today, which is why I'm still up. I had to finish the second batch of tasks. So another 12 task briefs that I had to finish. And then the next task brief has come in yesterday. So I'm already behind. And, of course, I still have to make videos for YouTube, and, that's always going to be my priority. So I finished editing the Disneyland video. It's a really good video. I enjoy editing that one. So that's coming out tomorrow. I did the thumbnail, I wrote the description, so that's set to go. And then Satoshi was editing the sponsor video, but I have to edit that as well because usually the way the editing works for Satoshi and I, for the really easy ones like the food reviews, for example, like the convenience store videos or the international food reviews. Those are easy for Satoshi to edit. All I have to do usually is I go over it one more time because his English is not that great, right? So I have to, sometimes he would cut it in places where it doesn't make sense, so I actually have to double check it, and then I'll put the music in, and then I'll upload it, and then I make the thumbnail after that. So that's kind of how it works. But for the videos where it's like street food videos or anything where we're outside, usually I'm filming it. I'm usually filming. I'm pretty sure it's kind of obvious, right, that I do most of the filming when we're outside. There are like various reasons why that's the case, but I won't go into that right now. So it's easier for me to edit it because he doesn't know. It's too difficult for him. So I have to go in and edit those videos, which is okay. I absolutely enjoy it. When I have time. Yeah, when I have time. But anyway, Yeah, so I finished work today. I finished everything, and um, I said I needed to vent. So what one was my job. I mean, I really shouldn't be complaining about it. I'm really not complaining. I guess I am complaining about it. But like I said, I'm very happy for this opportunity. I am. I'm trying not to complain about it. I'm just very tired, I guess. And the other thing that I hope you guys don't look at me in a bad light, because the other thing that I guess, yeah, it can't be helped. Um, but you know s- you know that Satoshi speaks fluent Japanese, right? He like totally fluent Japanese. He used to work for a very big company before YouTube, and responsible for a lot of important stuff. So when when I found out that I needed some help with Japanese stuff, because I needed to write up a contract, and I don't know how to write a contract in Japanese. Uh, he did it for me, but he hesitated, because it's extra work. I get it, but you know, I just felt like I could use a little support, and he is supporting me. Don't get me wrong, he is. He's not really happy that I took this job. Um, I wish he was happy for me, but yeah, this is something I can't really talk about out of respect for Satoshi, because um, he's a different kind of person than I am. Uh, but I know that he supports me in his own way. But he knows how hard it is for me, the Japanese part. He's always making fun of my Japanese. And so knowing that I have to go to, for example, a convenience store and approach them to ask them if I can have permission to film, and I hear that it's a very, very difficult process from what I hear from the two people that does things like that. And so, even especially after the conversations with those people who have experience, I became even more afraid, because they're like, this is the way you have to say it, and you have to say it this way and that way, you have to say this and that, and it's so difficult. And I'm so right before this live stream, I was in the shower. I was actually trying to practice what I would say. I was mouthing out what I would say to the store clerk, and I just like got stuck. I keep getting stuck, and this is something that Satoshi feels very uncomfortable helping me with. So which like it's understandable, because he's shy. He's very shy, even in Japanese. And so like making a call or something, I guess I thought he wouldn't have a problem helping me with making a phone call, but he does. So basically I have to do everything by myself. So that's another thing I just want to vent. Sorry. Please don't think that I'm a bad person. I'm not trying to talk bad about Satoshi. I love him a lot. I love him dearly. I accept him for how he is. And I accept his shyness, and I don't want him to do anything he feels uncomfortable doing. So, you know. And you guys know I'm an introvert, right? I'm an introvert. I'm very shy, but I think the difference between me and Satoshi is that Satoshi is. Ah, oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you so much. Guess I'm my Shinichi. We cannot be great at everything. We all have love for you and Satoshi. Breathe, drink hot tea, and meditate. Much love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I think the difference between me and Satoshi is that I'm an introvert and shy, as well as Satoshi. Um, but I, if I don't like something about myself, I try to change it. And I constantly want to improve. I I feel like if I don't grow as a person every year, year to year, I feel like what's the point? For me, it's important to grow. It's important to get past my fears, and it's important for me to constantly challenge myself. I don't like being afraid of life. I don't like giving up. I don't. That's just me. And Satoshi's kind of he likes to be in his comfort zone, and I can understand that because it's very comfortable. That's why they call it a comfort zone, I guess. But I guess it's just we're just different, which doesn't mean once again that I don't love him or anything, because I do, I do. I think this is the first time I'm actually talking to you guys about Satoshi and I, our relationship. Um, but I think he's okay with me talking about it. He knows that I'm very honest with you guys on this channel, and he's okay with that. He understands my need to be authentic and my need to be open with the world. And so, yeah, it's just that we're different. But once again, I do love him. I do. It's just that I I get annoyed sometimes, and I can't help it. Once I vent or once I get it out, I'm okay. I'm okay. So thank you guys. So that's it. Sorry. I do feel a little better talking to you guys, and let's see. Can I read some of your questions because I just been babbling for a while? Um, so Lizzie, how do you deal with your anxiety? How do you deal with it? I deal with it. I take it day by day. Yeah, it's a day by day really. Um, when I'm, uh, yeah, day by day, I take it day by day. That's the only way I can deal with it. If I try to deal with it all at once, it's really difficult. So I try to deal with it day by day. I try to live every day with purpose. I try to enjoy every single day, no matter what. Uh, I try to do things that I like. I try to I don't know. Like, it could be anything. I focus on something. I focus on uh, being a better YouTuber. I focus on being a better speaker. I focus on being a better person. I focus on something. I focus on something, and it kind of you know gets me through, and not so much focusing on my anxiety, and also knowing that a lot of people out there, including you guys, have issues. Everyone has issues and problems, and I imagine, like no matter how hard life gets or how hard the challenges may be, um, I know that other people have more difficult situations. So I try to keep my head above water. Yeah. Let's see. What else? Hey, Dennis. Good to see you, Dennis. Hey, my friend. Wish you were here now. I could use some of your wonderful energy. So Ruth Maryland says, I also feel like my soul can be complacent or stagnant. Do you have any suggestions? I'm not really sure what that means. Um, And Bree, I totally agree with you. Accepting each challenge is a learning experience, and that's exactly how I look at my challenges, which is why I I try not to avoid the challenges. which is why I took this job. My whole life, ever since I started facing my fears and challenges, my life kind of changed because I was a very different person at one point. So that's what I do right now. Thank you, Glamour by Liz. You're so sweet. Um, if you accept each challenge as another chapter in the book of life, you're gonna be okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I do. Hey, Pockify, good to see you. It was so awesome seeing you in San Francisco, by the way. Mm. Um, Holly, thank you. I really appreciate it. Brian is asking me, do you have any coping mechanisms? Uh, yeah. Um, I have a lot. I have a lot, and some only works for a little bit. And for example, last year I bought coloring books, and I would color, I guess, because I found that coloring helps. Someone told me that it would, so I went out and bought a coloring book and pencils, color pencils, and it really helped. Like I actually enjoyed it. I focused just on coloring, and I kind of like got my anxiety away. So I did that, but I noticed that I need other ways to cope. Yeah, because coloring takes a lot of time. Yeah, I need like to learn how to cope while still being able to work because I have to be in that work mode all the time. Well, a lot of the time. So, let's see. Thank you, Bree. I appreciate it. Aw, thank you, Bree. Um, Maha, Maha Kali, hey, tell us something about your dream of doing in the future. Maybe not just only work. Oh, well, one of my dreams is to just travel more. I love traveling so much, which is why I do Tubby Eats. Uh, I love traveling. Like if you take traveling away from me, I wouldn't know what I would do. Traveling and food. Like if I couldn't eat anymore, I'm not sure how I would feel about life. uh, yeah, I would travel. My dream is to travel more. Like travel every other month. No, every month if I could. That would be my dream life. And to constantly be making videos. I know it's weird, but even if I won the lottery, because Satoshi asked me this before. I think Satoshi, if he won the lottery, he said that he wouldn't do anything. He would just chill and enjoy his life, which is cool. But I would continue to do YouTube. I love this because if I won the lottery, and yeah, if I could travel the world, that would be great. But if I think I need purpose in my life. I can't just do nothing. So I would continue to do this, and I would continue to share my life experiences with you guys because I really enjoy that. I enjoy it so much. I enjoy it more than I expected. I never thought I would enjoy it so much. It's on one side it's so hard because you have to keep pushing out content, and of course you have to be able to sustain yourself with the content you make because I'm not a robot. I used to wish I was a robot, so I didn't have to eat or sleep or didn't need human comfort. That way I wouldn't really need money, right? But unfortunately, I'm human, so I do need to make some money to support myself. But I do I love making videos. I love it. I love being creative, and I just like sharing it with you guys. It makes me happy. It does. It's just me. Yeah. Let's see, what else did you guys say while I was talking? um, Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I'm really happy that you enjoy my sharing because I like sharing too. And you know, Brian, have you ever thought of making your own Shinichi and Satoshi plushie? I love the ones behind you, so kawaii. That would be cool. Yeah, definitely, for sure. And I'm sorry about the merchandise. Like we've been promising you guys would be having merchandise by now, but no more time. Sorry. So, uh, I'm definitely gonna work on the merchandise. Um, yeah, yeah. uh, Merchandise, that's another story, but definitely, if you guys want to help me out, definitely help me out. I can't talk about these things over the top of each channel. I don't want to vent on that channel. I want to keep it positive. I don't want to get too personal on that channel because it's become it's become a very family friendly channel, so I can't really cuss or I can't talk about adult things and stuff like that. So this is what this channel is for. It's for myself, which is what it's called, Shinichi's World. But what was I talking about? Right, merchandise. So yeah, if you guys can help me out with the merchandise, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Cause this is another thing that yeah, like I need help on. I do. I was gonna source it out to people I don't know, but I just can't seem to make up my mind. Yeah. Have a good day, Bree. Thank you so much. Pockify. What kind of merch are you thinking of? Well, you know, and here's the other thing. We talked to YouTube about merchandise because they have this thing where you can actually buy the merchandise without leaving YouTube. And so we thought that was a cool idea, but it's only available in the United States. So they actually fast tracked us because they know most of our viewers are, a lot of them, a big bulk of them are in the US. So it made sense for them to fast track that for us. So we have the ability to sell merch with a company called Teespring. It's just that we don't have the designs. So, um, you know, we have it in place. We just need to get started with the merchandise. So, if any of you guys want to help, if you're a graphic designer or you can draw, it really doesn't have to be perfect because um, I think imperfection is beautiful. So, you guys want to see Justin? Here he is. Hi. Yeah. I sometimes think Justin is my real boyfriend, my real partner. Oh, really, Mark? You're a graphic designer. And Brian is a designer illustrator. Really? Oh, that's amazing. Well, I do have to say that, gotta tell you guys straight up, and I think I have a difficult time asking for help. So that's another issue I'm trying to get better at. I'm trying to get better at asking for help. I try to do everything on my own, and I'm learning that's not a good thing. Uh, but yeah, if you're a graphic designer, uh, I and we use your design, we'll definitely give you credit, and we'll promote your business as much as we can because that's the only way we can repay you. But if that's okay, that would be awesome, and yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. Thank you. Do you guys know how how much support you guys give me? I know I get a lot of messages from you guys saying that you know, you're encouraged by me and I give you courage. And I'm very happy to hear that because that's my intent. That's what I want to do. Um, but you guys do the same for me. Thanks, Diana. Thank you, Brian, and Thank you, Marks. Please, uh, please, message me on one of my social media, like Instagram or Facebook. Both of them I check every day, and I get those messages right away. We can talk about it, and maybe we can work something out. So thank you. And A1, I appreciate that. And thank you, A1, for being such a nice person. A1, I just want to let you know because I know that you always have questions uh, that you want me to answer over on Tabi Eats. So I apologize for not being able to answer all the time. But I do look at your message, I do catch it. As you know, the messages go by really, really fast on Tabi Eats, so it's really hard to keep up. And the priority has to go to the messages, the super chats, because they pay. So and those kind of stay up, so they get highlighted, so we can see very easily. And even then, sometimes we miss them too. So I apologize for that. I wish I could like stop and um, answer all your messages, all your comments on the live stream over there. Um, and one of the things that our YouTube manager um, well discussed with us about the live streams, because we started getting some messages from people saying they hate the live stream, they don't want to watch it, and they'll unsubscribe if we do too many live streams. So we got kind of scared, um, and so I think maybe it was the pacing, and a lot of people were telling us that they felt it was so hard as a new person subscribe to the channel to feel like a part of the Tabits family, because we keep mentioning the same names over, and can't help it because we start to get to know you guys, right? So that's why we started to say on the live streams in the beginning and something in the middle, welcome to new people, because we wanted them to feel that they can feel welcome. So we have a YouTube manager, and yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't know. After you get to a certain point, you have the option of getting help from a YouTube manager for about 6 months, and this is the second time that we were using this, and it really does help. But you know, um, like they really push you to do stuff, and so you can of course either take it or leave it. But I like to I'm just grateful that we have someone to help us out with the channel. And when we do listen to our YouTube manager, things do improve, and that's very important for us as a channel, because once things go down, it goes down really fast, and it's kind of scary. At one point, our income on YouTube went really, really down, and it was kind of depressing. And I for one, I'm pretty good, because I always believe that you can always bring things back up. But Satoshi, on the other hand, he gets really, really down, and so I don't like it when there's things that make him feel down, because then it's hard to work with him, because he gets really sad and depressed and stuff. He doesn't get like depressed. He just gets negative. He's a pessimist, and I'm an optimist. Yeah, it's funny because I'm an introvert, but I'm an optimist. I try to stay positive, and Satoshi's he's a pessimist. He's very careful, so he thinks about the worst case scenario in every situation. It's pretty funny, but yeah, um, I'm glad that the live streams cheer you guys up. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So A1 says, I can see how it could be intimidating as new Tabi eaters to follow the chaos and amazingness of our weekly party. It really is amazing, isn't it? I know they will eventually become part of our family. I really do hope so. I do. And Glamour by Liz, Thank you. You know, Glamour by Liz, I do appreciate you, and many of you who follow me also on this channel, and also on my Instagram and my Facebook. I really appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Um, uh, my sleepy tea, hoping that this puts me to sleep. Yeah. A1, you never look shy or an introvert. Good, that's good to know. By the way, what's your secret to putting yourself out of the comfort zone and growing as a person? Well, you know, that took many, many years. Many years. Many years. Yeah. Um, Many people who only met me for the first time. Actually, some people know that I'm shy or an introvert. Some people notice it right away, especially if they're very outgoing. Caroline, thank you. Happy Christmas, Shinichi. Happy Christmas, Caroline. I appreciate it. And I hope to meet you in Amsterdam in 2019. Yes, that is definitely happening. I don't care what happens in my life. I'm going to Amsterdam in 2019. That is like my I have to do it. Sorry. That's happening. That's happening. And we're having coffee. Please take me to your favorite coffee shop. I would like myself some really nice Dutch sweets with decaf coffee or tea because I can't take caffeine. Um, but yeah, A1. It was a process, and I in the past I've challenged myself with things that were out of my comfort zone. And at that time, I think I was in my 30s. I had to be confident. I had to be confident, and I couldn't show myself as a person that was shy. And so I practiced and practiced and practiced, and it was really hard. On the inside, I was um, shaking. I was nervous, but on the outside, I I made sure I didn't show it. I tried my best, and so um, the more I did it, the better I became at it. So that's how I overcome it. That's how I show that. That's how I show how confident I am, even when I'm not. But I'm confident at a lot of things. I'm confident of things I know how to do. But then I think everyone's that way. But a lot of things I know how to do, I learned how to do. I learned how to become confident because I learned how to do it. Can you believe it that when I was 21, I couldn't look at someone in the eyes when I talked to them? I actually couldn't. I That was so hard for me. My whole face would become red, and I would become hot, and I would start sweating, and it was terrible. Bonita, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I do. Thank you so much. Yeah, and so I don't have those now. But I used to force myself to go to parties and force myself to speak to strangers, and it was very uncomfortable. But I knew I didn't like myself that way. I didn't. And I knew that the only person that was responsible for changing what I didn't like was myself. No one else could do it for me. So I just did. I just did. You know? Um, yeah, I give a lot of pep talks to myself. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm still doing that right now. I'm trying to tomorrow. You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? Tomorrow when I wake up, after I get a good night's sleep, I'm gonna wake up and I'm going to write out a script of what I want to say when I approach places for permission to film, and it's gonna be in Japanese. And I'm gonna ask Satoshi to look over it, ask him if there's anything strange about it, and if it's okay, I'm gonna practice it until I feel comfortable. I'm gonna do it, and I don't have that much time, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. I have to master it by evening tomorrow, and then the next day I'm gonna go and yeah, I'm gonna go and just walk in and do it. And if they say no, and if it doesn't go well, that's a learning experience. And if I feel crushed, I'm gonna do another live stream. I'm gonna come crying to you guys if that's okay. And then I'll try to repeat the next day. Part of me wants to hire someone to do this part of the job for me, but I know that's running away from it. And I know it's way easier to do that. And I don't want to do that. I know it's going to be easier. I know a lot of people would say that's a smart thing to do, but this is something I need to get over. I need to learn how to do this. If I learn how to do this, if I get over this fear, I know good things will happen. Thank you, Diana Price, so much. Thank you. After I failed last week, you were the only one to respond and ask if I was okay. That means the world. I was down and it was the highlight of my day. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Jack, buddy. Thank you so much. I know I can do it. Jack, thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. Jack is one of our Patreon members, and he supports us at the highest level. And he and his family visited recently Tokyo because one of the benefits of the high tier is that we actually make time to meet you, no matter how busy we are. Because I mean, come on, I mean, you know, they support us in such a big way. It's the least we can do. And by the way, Jack, did you guys get the Christmas card that we sent you? Just want to know if you did. and we sent a card every season. But they were such a beautiful family, and oh, so happy to hear that, Jack. And we ate up the cookies. Actually, I ate most of the cookies myself. They were like so good. They were so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. So good. Anyway, thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys really are. Thank you. Anyway, I feel a lot better. I'm so sorry. It was all about me today. I feel so selfish talking about myself all the time. I don't mean to be. I wish I could meet each and every one of you. I wish I had I could copy myself and hundreds of me, so that I could do everything I want to do in life. Yeah, that's my wish. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Thanks, guys. I think it is time for me to go to bed. And as always, you guys are so awesome. Thank you for being here for me. I promise I'll be here for you guys. I'll be here whenever you guys need me. I'll try my best. Seriously. That's my promise to you guys. Thank you, Michelle Tai. Thank you. Yummy Starbucks drink. You're so amazing. I'm gonna do that. I will do that. You know how much I love my Starbucks Christmas tree Frappuccino. It is so delicious. Thank you. That's a reminder for me to take a break tomorrow for a Starbucks Christmas tree Frappuccino. I will do that because I deserve it, I think. Yeah. I love you guys so much. Thank you. You guys have a good day, and you guys sleep well if it's nighttime for you guys. ありがとうございます。皆さん本当にありがとうね。本当に皆さん最高だね。おやすみ。バイバイ。おやすみ。